It was May 4th, 1978. President Carter was greeted by a throng of screaming fans. His motorcade had just pulled in front of Paul and Janet Olson's home in Northeast Portland's Irvington neighborhood.
Yeah, the street was filled with a lot of our friends, neighbors.
Mr. Carter walked up the steps and greeted the Olsons and their two kids, daughter Kristen and son Aaron.
President Carter, welcome to our home. Welcome, this is Kristen.
What makes this greeting seem unreal today? The president and the Olsons had never met before. And instead of staying at a hotel, their home was chosen from a list given to his staff.
Well, initially we got a phone call.
Right, all right, right.
Asking how would we feel about having the president spend the night at our house. And so our reaction was,
Never
well,
happened.
that's never going to happen.
I showed the Olsons the footage from our KGW archives of that night. It was a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, that was a strange moment, all the cameras and looked pretty young.
Boy, you look really good. He's an approachable individual. He doesn't feel rigid or pompous or anything like that.
That night, he switched from the role of president to dad and read the children a bedtime story.
And this is the room where President Carter slept.
And then went to bed himself around 10:30. The Olsons would sleep, or rather stay, in the room next door.
We had a fire going in the living room, and when he went to bed, we had a fire going in the bedroom, and he really relaxed.
I didn't sleep at all. I mean, the idea of the president being in your home next door was, it was very exciting.
And it would be a night they would never forget.
I think I might have been trying to come up with a really important question.
After President Carter left the next morning, their home returned to normal. No more Secret Service, no more throngs of screaming fans, just a quiet street in Northeast Portland.
I would definitely say it was a feeling of, yeah, did that really happen?
Well, it really did, and what a fun memento they actually got to keep. The Secret Service turning their home into a presidential office for the night, installing 2 phones with direct lines to, of course, the White House. Afterwards, they disconnected those lines, but they were able to keep those phones, even with the White House there written on them. One of them still works. You pick it up, you hear the dial tone. Just gotta, dial it.
Oh, I remember those phones, Devon.
Remember those?
That was a great story. So cool that you were able to catch up with that couple.